I could make you care if only you'd let me. I could make you care, you'd never forget me.
I would say he was my tutor, but that doesn't cover it. After my parents passed, he looked after me. The whole Brotherhood brought me up, really, but he made sure of it. I never had a grandfather, not that I knew, anyway. But Elijah was in some ways what I'd imagine a grandfather to be.
You say that, but how many grandfathers out there have access to an army of power-armored shock troopers?
That was pretty incredible. I've never seen anyone come out of the Boomer's reign of death alive before.
And his mind is still blown by that fact.
Hey there.
I think it's time for you to go home, pal. You're not gonna make any money out of me. But regarding Elijah, I'm sure you have fond memories of him, but the more I hear about this guy, the more I think he were probably better off without his influence. I'm not gonna deny that having an eccentric grandfather sounds pretty cool, but I'm not sure eccentric is strong enough a word to describe that guy.
A wizard with technology, really. His mind just worked that way, naturally. I learned a lot from him.
Well, I think it goes without saying that wizard and eccentric goes hand in hand. Christ almighty, look at the state of this place. We were too busy holding on to our limbs the first time we came here. Did those guys literally use this place as target practice? I can't imagine the Brotherhood patrol fared any better than we did. How fast can you run in power armor? Oh, not fast enough, it turns out. Not only that, we now have an answer to whether power armor can protect you from heavy explosives. And that answer is, well, look at it. Although, to be fair, her body is still in one piece, so who knows? If she wore a helmet, then maybe she could have survived. At least the funeral can still be open casket. I can't imagine there'll be much left to bury for all the other poor suckers. Please tell me the holotape didn't get blown to smithereens. Nope, there it is. Thank God. Well, Veronica, feel free to pay your respects and, I don't know, do some salvaging here. Chances are I'm gonna need to search for some confidential files, and the boomers wouldn't like it if they caught me doing that. You might as well stay here. I have enough stealth boys for both of us, but let's just say they're slightly bad for your health. It's bad for me too, but I can take it. I'm already crazy. Besides, you have a mind worth preserving. Just wanted to put that out there.
Hey now, you're gonna have to buy me dinner first.
Didn't I already do that at the Ultra Lux?
Darn it.
Well, I guess I know where she wants to go after we get back to the strip. I don't know what you're talking about. Look, the Brotherhood of Steel is Veronica's family, and she asked me to help her. So of course I came along. I thought she sorted you out already. Why are you suddenly so agitated about them now? Excuse me? Ulterior motives? Hold that thought. We know these guys, but I still want to be careful around them. Hey, boys and girls, it's me, the Bomber Delivery Man. How's it going? Blown up anything interesting today? I couldn't smell any freshly exploded corpses on the way here, so I guess not. That's a mighty looking weapon you have there. Do you mind pointing it somewhere else so I can see what it looks like from the side? Oh yeah, you look like you're ready to fuck things up with that.
I'm happy we managed to raise the bomber in my lifetime.
And if you're very lucky, you might even get to see it fly again in the next 10 years or so. Okay, do you mind clarifying what you meant just now? Because you're insinuating that I'm trying to exploit Veronica in some way, and I don't like that one bit. House? Well, of course he would know about the Brotherhood. He would keep an eye on all the major players in the Mojave. He would be reckless not to, considering his position. Oh look, there's that lady who tried to feed us through the ants. Hey, have you seen any creepy crawlies lately? If not, then it's all thanks to me. Look, there's nothing wrong with me investigating the Brotherhood on his behalf. I already have a reason to be there. I'm obviously going to be learning about them anyway, so what's the problem? You think I'm hiding something just because I didn't immediately tell you everything that was said between House and I? You entitled little shit! I have no obligation to do that! No, I didn't mean it like that. For fuck's sake. Eddie, don't be like that. Look, there are complications, okay? He's making decisions based on information he has access to. And I can make decisions based on shit that I can see with my own eyes. Well, of course he thinks they're a threat. They have a reputation, don't they? But it's like what happened with Moore and the Great Cause. She gave me orders, but I found a better solution. I don't see why we can't do that again here. By the way, I don't even know where the fuck I'm going anymore. I'm completely turned around. Oh, this was such a bad idea. Nellis is fucking huge. Where am I even supposed to start looking? I think she said the commanding officer's quarters. I guess that might be where Mother Pearl lives. That makes sense, right? Anyway, Veronica's personal mission might, let me repeat that, might help the Brotherhood turn into something that's less of a threat to Bobby. That would at least give me a better argument as opposed to they're still too weak from Helios. Look, remember when I said that whoever has the Year of the King holds the balance of power? Well, this is the perfect time to put that into action. If it works, then perfect. If it doesn't, then I'll think of something. Well, we'll cross that bridge once we get to it. Let's focus on actually getting this piece of technology first, okay? I guess it's possible Mother Pearl doesn't live in the officers' quarters. I'm just assuming that everybody is as hedonistic as I am. Therefore, why wouldn't they choose the best possible accommodation if they could? Also, we're assuming no one's looted this thing already. A second-hand source using a 200-year-old tip is not what I would call reliable. It's worth a shot, I guess. Worst case scenario, we go all in on the farming tech. What the hell is room for error anyway? Hello, Mother Pearl. It's me, the miracle worker. Have you prayed to your flying metal deity today? I hope the sacrifice was good, because it's gonna take some serious divine intervention to get that thing in the air again.
Hello.
Ah, yes, hello. Your hearing is as perfect as ever, I see. That's good. That's very good.
Hello, friend. How can Mother Pearl be of help today?
Oh, I was just checking up on you guys, see how the repairs on your runway is going. My verdict is fuck all. So, yeah, making good progress, I see. Can I still count on you guys to contribute to the dam, or should I just assume you're sitting this one out?
We have our ears on the radio waves. When the fighting starts, you can count on our air support.
Air support? Sure. Either you are very optimistic, or I guess that sacrifice was something really special. Hope it wasn't a child. You know you can extract blood without killing them, right? Still, I think your pilot might have to swerve around the giant craters during takeoff. Landing is gonna be a sight to behold, but at least they would have experienced flying once, right? Yeah, feel free to sit this one out until you are actually ready.
Bye.
Or you could just ignore me. Why not? I'm not a pilot, so I guess I don't have room to criticize. All I have is common sense, and how much is that worth around here? Seriously though, you've waited all your life for this. How much difference does another few months make? If the problem is concrete to patch up the runway, then I'm sure there are merchants out there who are happy to help. All you need to do is ask. And maybe sign a few treaties. But we can work on that later. Okay, there are definitely a few cabinets in there worth checking, and she can't hear shit. This shouldn't be too difficult. You guys stay here and watch out for trouble. If anyone else tries to come in, keep them out. But don't be too aggressive, otherwise they'll expel us at best, and, I don't know, shoot us out of a cannon at worst. Okay, back to this little game. Except now I know that this stealth boy is quietly pulling my neurons out one by one. Lovely. Let's make this quick, shall we? Yep, as I suspected, no reactions whatsoever, even though that door was loud as fuck. Okay, I'm just gonna take everything and sort through them later. Well, those are naked pinup photos with the word Pearl written on them, so not those! I want to scream in terror right now, but I can't. Fuck! Pearl, you kinky old bitch. I need bleach for my eyeballs. Project Circuit Breaker? Well, that's convenient. Thanks, pre-war military. No gun, though. I'll have a look at this outside. Might be a clue. You stay right there, old woman. Don't you start stripping until I'm long gone. I didn't need to see that today. Okay, let's have a look. Inventory transfer order. Due to the current events, Staff Sergeant Daniels is hereby authorized to transport item number T-11836A, code... Rex, don't you fucking dare! There's a guard robot right there! Oh, come on, we need to move, now! No, I don't have the gun, but I found a possible lead on where it is. I was trying to figure that out, but Mr. Loudmouth here nearly ruined everything. Oh, where was I? Codename Circuit Breaker to the installation known as Vault 34. Okay, so it's not here. Well, the good news is we don't have to stick around here anymore. The bad news is it's in a fucking vault. Let's see. So, the reason it's there is to be sealed in its armory for safekeeping until the manufacturer can retrieve the prototype for production. Signed, Colonel Roy Blackwell, USAF. Why did they think a vault would be a good idea? I mean, okay, it's secure, but first, it's not a military installation, so Vault-Tec could easily steal the prototype for their own use. Secondly, if the vault has to be sealed for whatever reason, let's say a nuclear war, then you've lost access to the prototype. Granted, by then, that would be the least of the military's concerns, but still, it's just a bad idea. Also, it's ironic that the vault in question is 34. That's where these guys came from, so there is a possibility that the boomers took it already. Then again, this envelope was sealed and there's a key in here, so maybe they didn't know about it all this time? I guess we'll see. We might have to come back here again, which would be an honor, of course. It's always nice to see the boomers. Hell yeah. Hopefully I get to see you guys do a live fire exercise one day. Preferably aimed at something else, of course. Don't you let off a cheeky one when I'm out there in the field. Okay, let's grab Veronica and get the fuck out of here. I joke about it, but I wouldn't put it past these guys to accidentally let a shell loose. Who's gonna fucking know if they hit a friendly target out here? There wouldn't be much evidence left to contradict them. See, that noise just now was not reassuring. What the fuck happened here? Why is she in her underwear? Veronica, what the fuck did you do? Is it Brotherhood protocol to destroy power armor on dead members? I guess that kind of makes sense, but why didn't you do that before? Also, are we not gonna try to bury her? Okay, fine, I get it. Why let a good set of power armor go to waste, right? Still seems kind of heartless to do that. She was one of you guys. Aren't you supposed to be like family? Also, was it really necessary to strip her down to her underwear? Leave her some dignity, for goodness sake. Unless you're not supposed to wear anything under that. Okay, my head is stuck in the gutter and I can't pull it out. Somebody help me. So, are you gonna help me bury her?
No, sorry, I get distracted. Been scavenging too long.
Well, you're the one with the power armor, so now you can do the heavy lifting.
Elijah could look at an old device and immediately understand what made it work. And he could see its potential, where it fit with other technology. It's not something he could teach, but he tried with me. Some of it stuck.
Well, those are the qualities the Brotherhood is interested in, but I'm not sure placing him in charge was a great idea. Head scribe? Maybe. And if that doctor is to be believed, the current one is kind of useless.
But that's what he taught me. You ask what I learned from him.
Ooh, we're getting philosophical, are we? Sometimes what they try to teach you and what you learn from it can be completely different. So go on then, what did you learn?
I learned what I don't want to become.
Goodness me, Veronica.
In the end, there was just him and his vision. Nothing and no one else.
You took all this pretty hard, didn't you?
Yeah. I miss him.
And that's my cue to change the subject. See, I could take a hint. For what it's worth, if he's still out there, then in between his mad scientist shenanigans, I'm sure he's thinking of you too.
Thank you.
Anyway, I'm curious to see what the Elder has in store for us next. I'm actually not sure what his approach is to lifting this lockdown. If his idea was to use those patrols to see if it's safe outside, then he's gonna be disappointed by the results. Then again, they were going out of their way to poke around some of the most dangerous places in the Mojave. What the hell did he expect? That Nellis patrol was particularly stupid. He even mentioned how hostile the boomers are in that holotape. But apparently a set of power armor is all you need to get by. So yeah, to say you guys are out of touch is a contender for understatement of the year. Anyway, I'm feeling nice. Let's give this lady her pistol back before she has a panic attack. That Hardin guy didn't strike me as a laid-back sort of boss.
Have you found it? I need to give my report to Hardin soon.
See what I mean? She looks like she's about to pass out from stress. Imagine if he got his way and became Elder. Anyway, as amusing as this is, I'll end your misery. Here you go, don't ask where I found it. Just give it a good wipe and let's pretend this didn't happen.
Oh, thank God. Hardin was about to start an inquiry into the whole affair, and more than a few heads would have rolled as a result. Since you helped me, I'll tell you what. I work on some of our busted weapons in my spare time, so I have a few pieces that are kept off the books. Here, take this. I hope it comes in handy.
Wait, so as a reward for recovering one of your guns, you're gonna give away one of your guns? Well, okay, if you think Hardin won't notice this, I'm not gonna complain.
Later.
Well, it's a laser rifle of some kind. Can you tell that I know nothing about energy weapons yet? I'm not gonna try to bluff my way around here. It's gonna make me look foolish at best and offensive at worst. Still, I'm not gonna turn down a gift. Oh hey, look who it is.
Hello?
Your problem has been taken care of. You're welcome, fucking idiot.
Hey, I heard the pistol got returned. Thanks a lot. I am never going to listen to Watkins again. Believe me.
Oh, way to incriminate yourself in public. Okay, I was about to ask you to put in a good word for me, but fuck that, you are clueless. Anyway, let's give this thing a try. Impress me. Okay, well, it's got no sights and the stock is falling off. This is about as accurate as I can get it. And it's out of charge already. Oh, and the battery is falling off. Okay, Torres, when you said you work on busted weapons, I was kind of expecting a bit more than duct tape and prayers. If that was your idea of Brotherhood quality, then I think the Elder is gonna have a few words. Someone's about to lose their job.
Hey, that's not okay.
Well, if this is considered acceptable to you, then fine. But say what you want about the Van Graffs, their energy weapons were top-notch. This is more like something I would expect to find on a dead fiend. Maybe this is where it actually came from, and all Torres did was wipe off the blood. Either way, this is making me feel so special. Anyway, we just walked from one end of the Mojave to the other and then back again. I think we earned a rest. Whatever the Elder wants next can wait until tomorrow. You know, considering how big of a deal that scribe made of that virus, I'd expected more people to rush back to use these terminals. God knows I spent way too long helping him with that. At the very least, you should still be working on these. Are we absolutely sure this virus didn't leave any hidden trace of it behind? I guess the original programmer is long dead, so even if it's collecting and sending off confidential data, there's no one on the other end to look at them anymore. That said, it could still be a ticking time bomb in the system. You'll never know unless you wipe everything. What in the name of Nikola Tesla is that? Is that a reactor? Are we bathed in radiation right now? And look at all this! Didn't the boomers have some of these? Are these simulators?
Yes, what is it?
Oh, hi. Just looking around hoping to see some of that Brotherhood tech people kept talking about. This laser rifle left a bad taste in my mouth. And you are?
Ah, the outsider. I suppose it's too much to ask that jarhead Ramos to keep outsiders away from my research. I am Head Scribe Taggart, and I am much too busy to deal with the likes of you right now.
Ah, yes. There's that other thing about the Brotherhood people kept talking about. The attitude. Then again, if you're the head scribe, then it might just be you.
Scribe Taggart, it's your favorite student. I can hardly notice that lazy eye anymore, Watkins.
Whoa, hang on. This is Watkins, the pet and the troublemaker?
I heard some special squad of Rangers is on its way to the Vegas area. I guess the NCR is finally getting serious about fighting the Legion.
Watkins.
Password accepted. She's definitely a member of the Brotherhood.
Yeah?
What the hell just happened to your voice? Were you practicing for the Brotherhood choir? That was kind of impressive. Although, I wonder which is your real voice. So maybe you're more forthcoming than your mentor over there. What is this place?
It's our virtual reality training hall. We don't really go out all that often anymore, so this is how we stay sharp.
Makes sense, although something tells me you have other ways of doing that. I didn't see you in class earlier with Stanton. Got a special exemption, I assume?
Head Scribe Taggart quickly realized my extraordinary talent when I took the mandatory VR combat testing. Soon after that, he requested that I get transferred to VR specialist training, serving as his assistant. I miss hanging out with the other students all the time, but at least I get to skip all those boring lectures.
Extraordinary talent. Yeah, let's call it that. I wonder what your family thinks of all this.
Well, like just about everyone else here, I grew up in the Brotherhood. My father was a scribe and my mother a paladin.
Wow, so the exact opposite to Veronica. And I can only assume they swallowed whatever BS Taggart fed them.
They both died at Helios 1.
Well...
The others were always like a family to me before that. But afterward, they became my family in truth.
And that's my cue to change the subject. I'm getting really good at this. So clearly VR alone is not enough to satisfy your urge to stir shit up. And apparently letting off a stink bomb in the classroom wouldn't be enough either. You just had to go outside for that shit.
That was so much fun. The wind whipping through our hair, not knowing what was gonna jump out at us at any moment. And when those scorpions came out, it was just like The Sims. All I had to do was line them up and then squeeze the trigger. I doubt I'll be able to get Stanton to go with me again, though. I thought he'd enjoy it as much as I did, but he was just scared the whole time. Don't tell him I told you this, but when those scorpions surrounded us, I'd bet a week's rations he pissed himself.
Now that's what I call a confession. Don't worry, I won't say anything, and I highly doubt the head scribe is going to rat you out. Stanton, on the other hand, let's just say I would keep quiet about his bladder from now on. I guess this is what happens when you lock a bunch of hormone-ridden teenagers underground without leave. It's a hell of a change if you're used to going outside more in the past.
Yeah, a lot more. Back when we were at the Helios station. Oh, crap. I'm pretty sure I'm not supposed to talk about that, especially with outsiders.
so forget you just heard that, okay?
Oh, so you're careful about that, but not how you broke the lockdown? I'm starting to wonder if Hardin is making a mountain out of a mole rat hill. The consequences of breaching this lockdown is clearly not as severe as I assumed. Well, I think you incriminated yourself more than enough already. I'll let you get back to your, work.
Bye.
And there's the other voice. You're flip-flopping between a teenager and a middle-aged woman. That's an impressive vocal range. You could be the entire choir if you wanted to.
There have been reports that the NCR is moving more and more troops into the area.
See? Rex is flabbergasted. You're not gonna get a response from him. So what kind of scenarios have you got in VR, and do you keep track of high scores? If so, I want in on this action. Wait, what the hell is this? By order of Elder McNamara, engaging the bunker's self-destruct... Require the assent of the head scribe, head paladin, and elder of the chapter. Each of these brothers have been given a key card to be produced in case of emergency. When all 3 keycards are inserted below, the password to the self-destruct terminal to the right will be generated. Right then. I think it's time we left the head scribe in peace. He and his assistant clearly have a lot of work to do. Yep, nothing else to see here, unfortunately. Although I would like to add my name to the waiting list for one of these VR pods. I want to see just how good your paladins really are. And if you guys refuse my challenge, well, I'm gonna have to assume you're running scared. Besides, I've already fought some of the best the Legion has to offer. This will be a good way to compare yourselves against Centurions.
The reports say Mr. House's robots are now using tech we've never heard of. We need to send a team up there soon.
No, don't do that. They're only interesting if you want to watch television on the go. And even then, it's stuck on the Cartoon Cops, Cowboys, and Soldiers channel. Hello, Elder. I'll be with you shortly. Just need to drop something off for the head paladin. Turns out that guy has an obsession with pre-war rocket souvenirs. We all need a hobby, right?
What are you doing?
Just go with it, Veronica. I have a theory, and it concerns you and everyone here. You're gonna need to trust me. That's a tall order, I know, but there's a method to my madness. There's always a method to my madness. Oh, Hardin. Where the hell is he? He's gonna want to hear what I have to say. I'm surprised the guards are letting me wander around here. I assume one of these rooms is the Elder's personal quarters. Ah, there he is. Yeah, security here is only tight against external threats. Might want to have a chat with Ramos after you're done with Torres.
Hello?
Good evening.
What is it, Outsider? Have you discovered anything?
Yeah, I'm having a good evening too, but you clearly don't give a shit. I don't really care about your evening either, to be honest. Well, I got the terminals working, and I found something interesting. Know anything about the chain that binds?
I could hardly call myself head paladin if I didn't. It's one of the first things every initiate learns when they start training. What about it?
Well, apparently one of the elders got removed because he broke that rule. Now that I think about it, they never specified what happened to those 3 people after they got removed. I can only assume things didn't end well for the murder suspect and the heretic. As for this guy who broke the chain, who the hell knows? Maybe they flogged him with an actual chain just to prove a point.
I could be wrong, but I think that's a dead end. McNamara's always followed orders, and we've been incommunicado since fleeing Helios.
Oh, so there is a level above the Elder. What is this, a council of elders? Well, either way, you haven't mentioned the second part of that rule.
Second part? What are you talking about?
Oh, hello, what's this? Do I know something about this rule that you don't? I thought you learned that since you were an initiate. Can I still call you head paladin? More to the point, are you going to shoot me now for calling you out on it? I'll stop now. Basically, he can't skip ranks when giving out orders.
That is the standard procedure, yes. For example, McNamara gives orders to head scribe Taggart, who then relays further orders to the scribes. I wasn't aware that failing to do so was punishable, however. Interesting. If we can just find an instance where McNamara went around someone and gave orders to their subordinates, we'll have him.
Yep, that's what I thought too. I'll let you know when I have something. That said, maybe you want to be careful what you wish for. Do you really hate this guy that much you're willing to subject him to whatever punishment is appropriate here? Getting flogged by a chain sounds fucking painful.
It's not that I dislike the Elder, but I strongly disapprove of his current style of leadership. We're safe, yes, but at what cost?
Well, based on what I've seen so far, the cost of the lockdown seems to be the urge to break the lockdown. I'll leave you to figure out what I'm talking about there. I'm only gonna cover one investigation at a time, thank you. Mind if I ask what your agenda is gonna be? All I know so far is you'll be lifting this lockdown, but then what?
After lifting the lockdown, the first thing I'd do is send scouts out to recon the area. We need to know what's going on out there. Next, I'd resume patrols in the near vicinity, and begin sending search teams out to the spots the scouts reported were relatively safe. It's standard procedure when a chapter relocates to an area. But standard procedure wasn't our last Elder's style, either.
Oh yeah, that seems to be the only thing everyone here agrees on. No matter what you think of the current Elder, the last one was much, much worse.
Elijah was a strange one. His even becoming Elder was highly questionable, seeing as how he was a scribe. Typically only paladins are eligible. But an exception was made in his case on account of him being a genius. Unfortunately, whatever scientific acumen he had didn't extend to tactics. Trying to defend Helios was a blunder of the worst kind, and many brothers lost their lives because of it. Many of the senior paladins, myself included, advised him to fight a retreating action, but he refused to budge. Said he almost had it working. We never did find out exactly what he was talking about. When the perimeter was finally overrun, the Elder had simply vanished.
Sounds like you should have removed him from power right there and then. If the spirit of the chain that binds is to keep everyone on the same page, then he certainly wasn't doing that. I don't know why the fuck you wouldn't spare 2 minutes explaining the plan. Unless of course it takes longer than 2 minutes, in which case it was probably a bad plan. And of course everyone here paid the price for that.
Helios was the worst goddamn action I've seen in a long, long career of fighting.
Yeah, I got the general impression from Ramos already. I guess in many ways you should redirect some of your resentment from McNamara to Elijah. If it wasn't for him, this chapter wouldn't be in such a rough shape to begin with. That's the ultimate reason for the lockdown.
It's a travesty is what it is. Every second we sit on our hands down here is another second that we're not fulfilling our sworn duty.
Sworn duty? How about focusing on survival first? You think you can fulfill whatever this duty is when you're dead? If that's what it takes, then you might want to reconsider what that duty is in the first place. I'm just saying. Think about that while I'm away. I'll get back to you if I make any more progress.
Bye.
That's right, you have plenty of time to straighten up your manifesto. It's never too late to make some adjustments. Here's a free idea. How about exploring options to grow your own food to reduce dependency on those procurement specialists? Look, I'm trying to make a case for your argument, and that was the best I could come up with, okay? Take it or leave it. Well, time to show the Elder those holotapes. Data backup? Oh, Eddie. You sneaky little shit. I love it.